with Bet or Forget. I'm Brittany Taylor. He's Wayne Hawkes. Wayne, the Caulfield Cup and the Ladbrokes Cox Plate should switch places on the Australian racing calendar. Bet or forget?
I bet they should. 2,400 of a Caulfield Cup back to a Cox Plate makes no sense, Britt.
Oh, forget it. If they were going to change it, they would have during that COVID year. I know you were big on changing it then and they didn't.
Maybe we might, but you know what? Great horses do great things, and you imagine if it was the Caulfield Cup was just before the Melbourne Cup. You could go Cox Plate, Caulfield Cup, Melbourne Cup. A horse like Northerly, one of the greatest ever, he could just roll in and try and win the Grand Slam. How good would that be?
Yeah, it would have been. I know Fred Kersley still thinks about, should have they gone to that Melbourne Cup or not, but what a horse he was.
Hey, Britt, speaking of great West Australian horses, has the bubble burst on Amelia's Jewel? Bet or forget?
Oh, I knew this was coming from the moment they all crossed the line.
Yep. Bet or forget?
Look, I know she was disappointing on Saturday.
Bet or forget?
Forget it. The bubble has not burst. You can't jump off a good horse from one poor performance. That wasn't her on the weekend.
Well, you know what? She is what she is. She took on the big stuff and she got pole aches, didn't she?
I don't think we can rule her out based on one performance. I think we have to be forgiving of that, and I'm not jumping off her.
I bet one thing though, if I trained her, I'd be putting her in the paddock and forgetting about the spring and getting her back for the autumn, because to be fair, it's more summer racing.
You know as a trainer how many variables that there can be. You don't know what she's been like behind the scenes, what contributing factors there might have been.
I bet that she'll be in the paddock.
Do you know what I did love about that Toorak on the weekend?
What's that?
I loved having the Group 1 race last. So bet or forget, should Group 1 races be the final race of the day?
Forget it. What if the Melbourne weather turns to custard? No.
No, that's thinking of a worst case scenario. Look at the best case scenario, which was Saturday. You have Attrition winning, Beau Mertens winning his first Group 1, Mitch Freedman winning his first Group 1. They're on the biggest high of their lives and everyone gets to share in that celebration.
Middle of the day's better. No.
You don't want them having to go saddle up or go way out for another ride in the last and a ho-hum sort of finish to the day. Build up to the best, like they do in every other sport.
Forget it. Have you ever watched Royal Ascot? Race 1, number 1, I think's the Queen Anne. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that makes no sense to me, because you go to the best and then it's all downhill from there.
So you're bagging the rules on camera. You're bagging the rules on camera. Good for you, Britt.
I just said it doesn't make sense. Have it as the last race of the day and then get into the party. Have the band come straight out and we all celebrate together.
You just want to party, don't you? That's all you want to do. Forget
You're just a party pooper. Okay, Wayne, you enjoy your party for one. I'll see you next week.
Goodbye, Miss Amelia's Jewel. Bye-bye.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website